The heated Illinois governor's race between J.B. Pritzker and Darren Bailey now entering the final hours, with the incumbent leading in the polling with a sizable advantage in Chicago and Chicago's suburbs. But Pritzker may need a boost in the more rural parts of the state. Our Election Day team coverage begins with a closer look at this race. Dane Placco is live at the Pritzker campaign headquarters. Dane.
Yeah, we are outside the Marriott Marquis, not far from McCormick Place, where Governor Pritzker will be holding his campaign party tonight. It's in a giant ballroom up on the second floor. I wish I could show it to you. It looks like a Hollywood set with patriotic colors, but they kicked this all out of there at 3:30 this afternoon to do a security sweep. Oh well, the governor was out doing some last-minute campaigning today. Even as the polls opened, we caught up with the governor and First Lady M.K. Pritzker as they voted earlier today at a polling place in the Gold Coast. The 57-year-old billionaire has achieved some legislative successes in his first 4 years in Springfield with a Democratic supermajority in the General Assembly. That helps, including a $45 billion capital construction plan, a $15 minimum wage, and of course the legalization of marijuana. And while Democrats have lauded his handling of the COVID crisis in Illinois, Republicans have been sharply critical, saying the governor abused the power of his office by closing businesses and schools. Now, while polls show Pritzker with a comfortable lead over his Republican opponent, Pritzker said today he's not taking anything for granted.
It's every Democratic voter in every county. So I've been working very hard downstate, in central Illinois, and southern Illinois, northwestern and western Illinois, and of course right here in the city of Chicago. So I think we're going to win it by making sure every single voter gets out to vote.
Now, the doors at the campaign party headquarters opening at 5:30 this afternoon. The governor expected to arrive with his family here sometime around 7 o'clock tonight. Live in the South Loop near McCormick Place, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
And I'm Casey Cronus, live in Springfield, where Republican challenger Darren Bailey is hosting his supporters this evening. This comes after the Illinois state senator made his final appeal to voters last night and this morning. His first stop on this election day, Ogilvie train station downtown, where he greeted commuters and spoke with them about issues and challenges the country is facing. Bailey, a downstate farmer turned politician, has focused his campaign on the economy, crime, education, his pro-life views, and Second Amendment rights. Last night, he delivered remarks at a rally in the south suburbs where he remained confident that he would be victorious today. His campaign representatives also say despite Governor Pritzker's lead in the polls, they are optimistic that voters will turn the state red.
Crime and security are a major issue. I mean, voters all across the political spectrum, Republicans, Democrats, they're upset about crime, they're worried. The Safety Act and its upcoming implementation is very concerning to voters, and that's one of the things that Darren has spent a lot of time talking about, is that we need to repeal the Safety Act completely. Governor Pritzker is for it, so it's a clear difference, and we've seen a resounding level of support from voters who are worried about, this bad piece of legislation that Pritzker pushed through.
And here at the Crowne Plaza Convention Center, Bailey's team is still setting up this room on the first floor, a large convention space where he will welcome his supporters this evening. His team tells us they have already reserved about 1,000 seats for tonight, and tickets are still available for free at the door. Doors open to the public at 6 o'clock. Live in Springfield, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.